Hello, dear friends of Le Salon de la Musique. It's Francesco Comito here. Tonight, we will have the opportunity to talk with a really young musician, very talented. His name is Harit Chunhanantasap. He is from Thailand, and now we will invite him so we can talk with him and ask him some question. Hello, Harit. How are you?
Hello, everyone. Hello, Francesco.
I'm really happy you are here and you are going to play for the Salon de la Musique. I heard some of your recordings and I liked your playing very much. And I said, this guy must play on the Salon de la Musique.
Thank you. Thank
So,
you so much.
where are you now?
Now I'm in Moscow.
So, how is the situation there in Moscow with this coronavirus? Is it
Oh, the
still quarantine or not?
Yeah, there's still a quarantine, but now they unlock the quarantine a little bit. Yeah.
So now
When
it's much better. I mean, it's possible also to go and practice somewhere studying.
for me now, is a holiday. The semester is over for me.
Ah,
Yes, now it's summer, and no school. I'm
so
practicing at home. But for me, I think the situation also is still bad because today the coronavirus cases plus allow 5,000.
it's really difficult situation for all of us and for musicians they cannot play. But now I've seen that in many countries it's possible to go and play on
Yeah,
stage. Yes, but with this social distancing is also very difficult to work. But tell me a little bit, uh, is this coronavirus influencing your practicing, also your way of creating music? I'm talking about your emotions. Do you feel normal, or you feel that you need something more? I mean, walking on the street, going to drink some beer or a bar.
but for me, I think it's good opportunity to concentrate, to practice the piano, and to learn a lot of new repertoire. That's for
What you're
me.
working now? New repertoire.
Now I'm working picture at the exhibition
Wow.
Mussorgsky and Beethoven, Londo Capriccioso, and I will study Liszt Concerto Number One soon.
Fantastic program. And tell me, what you're going to play for us now this Sunday? 1 second. I forgot to say to our friends that you are going to play this Sunday, 2nd of July, of August, 2nd of August, 8 p.m. Italian time. Okay, sorry. What you're going to play?
I would like to play Tchaikovsky, The Season, Opus 37 bis. This composition was very fantastic, and I love this. My favorite composition. The whole set since January to December. Yeah.
This is one of my favorite, also one of my favorite pieces. I love it so much.
Wow.
Why did you choose to play this, the season of Tchaikovsky?
Because the exam of the summer exam in my academy, Russian Academy of Music, named Kinesin, they choose they need me they meet the student of my class to play Russian, no, not Russian music, just little music like song without word, Mendelssohn, Chopin Prelude, Rachmaninoff Prelude, like a small piece. But
Mhm.
I choose Tchaikovsky, The Season. Yeah,
Fantastic.
and the student will must play 20 minutes. But
Mhm.
for the quarantine, and my professor Vladimir Top offered me to play the whole set. That's why I need to practice a lot and play the whole set of the Tchaikovsky season.
But
And
tell me,
for
how
the
were you studying? I mean, how were you playing your exam? Did you play your exam online or personally?
Yeah, the exam online we I record the live recording of
Yeah.
the Tchaikovsky season whole set, and then send to professor and my assistant professor, and then if they say it's okay, we will and then send to the dean of piano
Hmm.
department. Yeah.
And tell me, how is the? I mean, is it the first time that you play online recital, or I mean, is you think is the same emotions, the same atmosphere than playing, the exam you already had? I mean, recording is different than playing live online.
For me, the recording is completely different from play live performance, because the live performance, for me, I think this is only one time, only one chance to perform on the stage, and okay, this one chance to perform on the stage, and we will get 100% my set at 100% to perform wrong note, memory sleep, something like that. Okay, is
It's
forget
part
it.
of the
But
game.
yes, but for the live recording, we have a lot of chance. Okay, deadline. For example, for my exam, is deadline till 18 June. But I was recording at on 1st June. Yeah,
Mhm.
and I think when I play and recording, I think, oh, they have a second chance, the second chance, third chance, something like that, and I can play it again.
I mean, this is better, no? When you have to play an
Yes, yes. But I
exam.
decided to send the first record
This
because
is
it's like a
really
fresh.
honest.
Yes.
Okay, dear Art, I want to ask you. Can you tell me something about the differences that you felt playing online, that you think that you are going to feel this 2nd of August, performing for Le Salon de la Musique online, and the differences between this way of playing and playing on real stage? Can you tell me the difference that you feel?
For me, I think it's the same because the Salon de la Musique have a lot of fan club, a lot of audiences to listen the artist, and for me it's like a live performance, one live performance on a
But
digital platform.
what about not seeing the public? Because when you are on stage, you see them, clapping the hands.
Yeah.
When you are on stage and sit on the playing the piano, it's completely different. Now you're in front of a camera, even though there are thousands of people listening to you in another city, in front of the computer, and
Yeah.
but you don't see them actually. You know that they are listening to you, but they are not in your room, I mean. So how do you feel it?
It's also feel difficult because when I see the audience it like a live performance, it's like they support they support me to perform on the stage. When they kept that, there's like the meaning is like, okay, the audiences stay with me. But for the live concert, I think I will fight to my set about, oh, I play bad or I play good, something like that.
Yes, when you are on stage, when we are on stage, many thoughts come to our mind. When we, especially when we play, we say, "Oh my God, now I did something bad. Oh my God, this
Yes.
is terrible. This."
Yes.
So it's completely different feeling. But let's see what will happen. I'm really curious to listen to your concert this Sunday. Arit, I want to ask you something about your life. You are from Thailand. Can you tell me something about your studies? Why you choose to go in Russia?
Okay. For me, I started to play the piano very late, very late. Oh, very late because I I studied piano when I was 13,
Mm-hmm.
13 years old. That's what very late. For my former high school in Thailand, Washington College uh is a boarding school.
Mm-hmm.
Boarding school for the gentlemen, and the boarding school for the in the morning we learn about academic subject, and then the afternoon we learn the music, and the evening we play sport and have a lot of activity to do to do when I was in the high school. That's why I choose the piano, because the piano people choose only 7 people.
So, so you started actually. I don't think it's
Yes,
really late to start practicing, studying the piano at 13 years old. There are many fantastic musicians. They started at this year, and so.
yes. And the first time when I love the classical music is I practice with the electronic piano, and I open the demo on the electronic piano demo, like a classical music song in the electronic piano, and I listen Beethoven, Chopin, Liszt, Schumann, and this is the first impression about with classical music.
So this is your first memory related with the classical music. It's
Yes,
incredible. So you started to love the piano, and you started to love the piano listening to the music. But
yes.
when you decided that you want to be a musician.
I don't know too, because I love music, and I can practice. The first thing I practice because I play the piano because this is very funny, very
Hmm.
fun to practice, very fun to play the music. Uh, but when after I listen the demo on the electronic piano, I will search on Google who is Beethoven, who is Chopin,
Hmm.
what is this composition, and I open the YouTube and saw a lot of pianists in YouTube to play classical music, and wow, that's fantastic.
This
That's
is fantastic because
yes,
now with internet, many young musicians they discover new things. They have so many opportunities than other musicians in the past. Now we can hear to other musicians, discover new repertoire. That imagine to buy one compact disc was something modern, but to buy this really big disc. I don't know how to say in vinyl. We say in Italian, and it was really difficult to have this and to listen to the music. And you need to order and wait for days. Now it's everything on our computer. Now
yeah.
our
Everything is easy.
everything
Yeah.
is easy. And tell me, Arita, I want to ask you about. Why did you choose to play piano? Which is the feature that you like most on the piano? Why did you choose to play the piano, not, for example, guitar or violin or cello? Or
The first when I was 9 years old, when the first years of the high school for me, I decided to play violin, but uh, the people who choose the violin is so many, like 20 people, 30 people, and the teacher and the student is completely contrasting. One teacher teach uh, 20 student is a lot, and I didn't learn at all. And then the next when I was 13, I moved to choose the piano
Mhm.
because only 7 students play, and one teacher to 7 students is it's very good for me to study. And then 3 years later, when I was 16, I have opportunity to meet Mr. Poom Pomachat
Which
at
I
the
love.
yeah, at the concert, and then I have take the one masterclass from him, and then I decide to enter his class.
Fantastic. Pum is an
Yeah.
amazing pianist. He's a really fantastic
Yes.
person. He already played for El Salón de la Musica. He's going to play very soon again for El Salón de la Musica. We don't say the program, but it would be really fantastic program. It would be a surprise. We have the first question for you, dear Harit. Which composer do you find more difficult to play, Chopin, Liszt, or Rachmaninoff?
Chopin, Liszt, and Rachmaninoff is completely different between Chopin, Liszt, and Rachmaninoff. It's like a different language for the Chopin, Liszt, and Rachmaninoff. How do you say? For me, the Rachmaninoff is like the Rachmaninoff language is very long phrase and very big sound, very big phrase, like a lot of communicate, like
But which is the
a
one that
lot
is
of
nearest?
passion.
Which is the one that is nearest to your art of these three composers?
For the Chopin, I found is the Chopin music is very for the listen is very easy to play, but for the when the play is a little bit uncomfortable, but I need to find how to play comfortable on Chopin. Yeah, and for the lead, the technical, of course, is very difficult. I mean, like a transcendental etude, concerto, and sonata in B minor, and a lot of piece of transcription of Liszt.
So you like Liszt a lot. I didn't play so many pieces by Liszt. It's not one of my favorite, but he wrote really beautiful music. I love so much the sonata. It's really something incredible. One of the first musicians that wrote such a kind of sonata. It's first one movement, one the theme that's developing so with long phrases. Fantastic, this sonata. I would like so much listen next recital from you for the solo.
For me, I love three, both Chopin, Liszt, and Rachmaninoff. I love all the three composers. Yeah.
And tell me, which are the other composers that you like, that you feel that you love?
Since Baroque, I love Rameau, Bach, Chopin, and classical Haydn, Mozart, Beethoven, of course, and Chopin, Liszt, and for me, Tchaikovsky, I love his opera and orchestration work.
What about contemporary music? Do you like contemporary music?
Yeah, I like it. The contemporary music, for the January, I have opportunity to play Wine Sonata number 1 because Mr. Poom recommend for me to play this piece.
For it.
Yeah, it's very, of course, it's very difficult piece, and for me, I find a lot of fantastic place in this composition. Mr. Kawai Sonata, yeah.
It's really fantastic music, so original, and Poom Brahmacharya had an incredible idea to advise you to play this piece.
It's very challenging to me.
Yeah. One second. Here we have another question for you. Let me see. At what point can a concert pianist make a living from concerts? This is very interesting question.
And what point can the concert pianist make a living from concert? Oh, for me, I'm very sorry because I'm not a concert pianist. But for me, I think I see the concert pianist like they will work a lot and work like all the time and they practice a lot, and for the stage they need to prepare about the physical and brain and mindset and
Yeah,
fighting to on the stage every stage.
yeah, it's really difficult to be
It's really difficult to being the concert pianist. Like a concert pianist, I mean, they play concert every day. Yeah. For example, like Mata Akelish, Yucha Wang, something like that.
But I would like also to answer to this question, say that nowadays is completely different situation, and we don't know how will be in the future. Until now was, we can say, very difficult to live only from concerts. Many pianists, they also teach, they give masterclass, they are in jury for competitions.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, it's really difficult to live only from concerts, and especially now. That's why it's really important the public support talented musicians, because especially now it's really difficult for them also to have no even one concert, because now it's not possible to play. And even though there is the possibility to play a concert hall, because of the social distancing is not possible to fulfill the concert hall, so it's not also good for the, I mean, financially it's not very convenient. So Le Salon de la Musique gave the was born to help talented musicians also to make money. We need to talk about it, because we must be honest and talk about this aspect that is really is crucial for us. So I want to remind also that our Harit is going to play this Sunday, 2nd of August, and there is in the description the link below in the description where it's possible to make a donation for in order to attend the concert. This is really important, because musicians, they work really hard to share the love, to share their passion for music. They work so hard, and it's really important that there is this relationship of love between the public and between and the musician. We have another question for you, dear Ari. Actually, two questions. First of all, I will ask you the second question I write from our dear Alex. Do you enjoy being on stage?
Of course, yes. But you know the feeling of the backstage is very, I'm sorry, it's very terrible. To go to the
Yeah.
when the backstage open the door and a priest, and this is the terrible, when I was the
Waiting
backstage.
for
Yes, waiting is
really,
like oh my god.
no, this is sort of adrenaline. I
Yeah,
say only,
but when I hear the audience is clap, and yeah, it's time to perform, and I really enjoy to perform on the
when you
stage.
start to play is something different.
Yeah.
When you start to play, you go into the music. So
Yes,
things
yes.
change. It's not so easy. I mean,
And the on stage for me,
yeah.
the most challenging piece is the first piece on the stage. Is very challenging to perform, like fighting about myself in my brain.
This question that our dear Alex asked you was really interesting to talk about, because not so many pianists they like to be on stage. Many pianists, for example, like Glenn Gould, he said that he hate the public. I mean, because he was really scared of the public, and he like that's why he was staying almost all the time in studio recording. Many pianists, for example, like Martha Argerich, in some interviews, she said that she she does not like to be on stage, especially playing as a soloist, and it's not so easy. I mean, to find a pianist that is perfectly comfortable on stage. Of course, it's really difficult. It's really difficult to think also that it's possible to be really, you know, comfortable on stage, because always we are a little bit scared. It's a particular feeling that only musicians can understand. You know, I always say that the chair of the piano burns for everyone. That it's really hot. This chair. So
It's a lot of no. It's very nervous.
when the second question for you from our dear Alex, let me see. Do you like medieval or Renaissance music? Something like Palestrina. Palestrina is fantastic music.
Yeah, I also love the Renaissance music. When I in the class of history of music in uh in in my academy in Moscow, the the history of music teacher is so fantastic because they didn't she didn't read the book and she can explain a lot by memory. Yeah,
Uh,
that's what fantastic.
Dear Arit, now I'm thinking about a question that I forgot to ask you when our Alex asked you about
Yeah.
if you enjoy being on stage. Uh, do you have some how to say? Do you have some ritual before the concert? I mean, when you are in the backstage, do you have some ritual that you do, you know, to in order to have more psychological, you know, strength, or
For
not?
me, for me, I walk around. I walk around and walk around and drink water. Yeah.
One second. We have another question here. When you started playing the piano, you probably found it easy technically. Why do you think most people find it difficult?
Okay, well, for me, I think the violin is very difficult because the first when 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 you take the bow and you play the violin on the string, it's very easy to out of tune.
Yeah.
But for the piano, you just touch do re mi fa sol. It's like okay, this is do re mi fa sol. But for me, I my I asked my friend who played violin. I asked why the piano is very difficult, and he told me that the piano have 88 keys and had a lot of key, and they play the left hand and right hand and lead uh, two clef like a son a G clef and fa clef, a G clef and F clef. Sorry, and have a lot of moving on the finger on the keyboard. That's that's why I think the most people think the piano is difficult. I think.
But also, we must say that the piano is really easy to play something
Yeah,
easy, but it's really difficult to play something difficult.
yeah,
And because we have, yes, 88 keys, but it's not that you play. It's like a computer, you know, the MacBook that
yeah.
you
But I
press the.
find that but I find when I play the piano, I find that the piano also very difficult because this is the lead. How to say the like the lead, the percussion piano. I think it's like the percussion instrument, and how to play the piano is not like the percussion.
Of course.
instrument. Yes, how to sing the piano, how to sing on the piano, how to play the piano like a orchestra. I mean the classical music, and how to communicate on the piano, not like a percussion instrument.
Of course, Chopin was saying to his students,
Yes,
think about singers when you play my music. I think that the most beautiful instrument is the human voice, and that we must try to play as a singer would do. So in this way, the music will be more natural, will be more beautiful. Dear Harit, let me see here. We have another question for you. So many questions. Let me see. I cannot see who made this question. Uh, what is the most amusing piece you have played?
I saw
The
you.
most,
Please,
which is the funniest piece you played?
you mean the funny piece? The
Yes,
funny
that
piece,
you
like
like. Yes, that you like. That is really funny to play for you.
mm, how to say? Sometimes, sometimes it's funny. Sometimes
For
when
me, this Mussorgsky, the ballet of Cheek.
chick, yeah.
This is really funny to play. I love it so much. When I you play
uh,
picture from an exhibition, you said so.
yeah.
This is, for example, an idea. You still learning the piece, or you already played?
I I just finished to learn this piece, and on Tuesday I just done two with my friend. Yes, and for me to play funny on the piano, the with piece to play. I think every piece I is funny for me if I practice a lot uh, and uh, and and the timing is very good for me to perform. If timing good, practice good, the music will be funny. I think.
But when is the best time for you to perform? Do you like to perform in afternoon, evening, morning? When is more
Mm,
comfortable for you?
for me, I love to play the afternoon, like 4 p.m., 5
Mhm.
p.m., 6 p.m., something like that, because the energy has still the energy. Because for the evening, something a little bit sleepy. Yeah,
Yes, I understand. I instead prefer to play in the evening, because after lunch, Italians they eat a lot for lunch. So after lunch, we like
yeah,
to go
and
to
for
sleep.
the evening, for the perform the evening time, it's like okay, when we finish to perform on the stage, and we can eat dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the
It,
most important because if they play at night or the time is over, I cannot find the restaurant that to the open something like that.
1 second. Here we have another question for you from our dear Alex. Do you think that piano sound depends on a piano brand, like Steinway sounds differently from Bechstein or Fazioli?
Oh, interesting question. For me, I love to play to play style with bass style and Fazioli because the three band is completely different character of the sound. For me, the style way is how to say is very when you recording when you
Mhm.
recording from the mobile phone, the style way sound is so fantastic. But for the bass time, when you play the bass sound is wow, it's so
Yeah.
grand and so powerful, a lot of powerful, and the melodic line on the bass style is also bright, brilliant, like Fazioli too. The Fazioli is very easy control to it's very easy to control to play the play the piano on the stage. Yeah, but
But
I don't have I have opportunity to play facility just one time, like 3 years ago, like a showroom facility in Thailand, not
mhm.
on not in the concert.
So, which is the piano that you like most? You like
For
more
me,
than the
I love
Steinway?
I I love Steinway, and for the I I love every band, but for me the most my favorite is Steinway.
I like very much also Yamaha pianos. You know, they are
Wow,
grand piano
Yamaha
Yamaha. They're really amazing instruments. Or
Yamaha.
Petrov. Petrov. I heard once I've been in Prague. I've been in the showroom of Petrov in Prague, and I tried a grand piano. Petrov was one of the most beautiful piano voice that I heard in my life. And 1 week ago, I've been in Cosenza. There is one factory where they make
Mhm.
handmade pianos. Pasqualino Serra is the man who actually makes these pianos. He makes all are handmade. All the pianos he makes, and he made one grand piano. Believe me, something incredible. I would like so much to organize a festival, recording festival,
Wow.
when these borders, of coronavirus will be, and I would like so much to organize something with our artists of Les Ronde de la Musique on this particular piano, because it's really, really interesting. Something I think is something new. This kind of piano, something new to say when in this musical world. Dear Harit, let me see. Here we have another question for you, but today I have some problem with the platform. I cannot show to our friends the question, some question. Have you ever done something crazy for music?
Sorry for to
Ha-
read this question again.
Have you ever done something crazy for music?
Something crazy. I think
For music.
everything is
This is really strange
crazy.
question. I don't know. This is really strange question.
Mm.
Something crazy can be, I don't know.
And I
You, for example, me personally, I didn't go to school to go and listen to one concert. This can be one. I was not going in the morning in the school because there was one matinee, and I escaped from the school, and I and I went to this concert hall. This can be.
yeah.
So I will ask you another question, because this is maybe you need a little bit more time to think about. This is a question that I ask to all our artists that they play on for the Salon de la Musique. There are two questions. One is the best advice that you received from one person. Can be your teacher, parents, friends. The best advice that you received.
The best advice for
Advice.
for the music way, of course, the teacher, because my family just support me about they give me, oh, Halit fighting or to the to the to the way that I choose it. But for the very good advice for the musical way is of course teacher.
Mhm. But which advice you received that you remember? Do you have an advice that you remember because it was really important for your life or not?
Mm, the most advice important about my life. Of course, for me,
It's a really tough question.
yeah, very tough question.
Let's
I think
let's
I
think that you should give an advice to a young musician. What would you say to him? Let's think this way. Which advice would you give to one young musician?
For me, I'm very sorry. I don't know how to advise them.
For example, be in music, follow your
Yeah.
dreams. I don't know, something like this.
Yeah. Because I I really to choose the my teacher was Pum Pomachat. He always say play whatever you want.
one, 1 second. Our dear Alex is never tired to ask question in our live chat. Amazing. Let me see. Have you ever have you experienced anything unusual during the concert, like cat walked out on stage during your performance, or lights were suddenly shut down? Something unusual. To me, happened many times.
For me, no.
Nothing crazy. So, for example,
Nothing crazy. I think just shut down, maybe something like that. When
this
on
would be
stage.
really difficult, to me, happened many times. Once
Yeah.
happened that, I was playing in a recital, open air recital, and there
Uh-huh.
was one hotel near to the place where I was playing that was starting the music with this baby dance. Is the music for babies, and really, really high volume. And they started to sing these songs, and I was playing Debussy, Sweet Bergamasque. And I still remember I had to continue. They had to stop me because it was
Oh
impossible
God.
to continue to play. Also, once happened that some insects can go on the keyboard, and when you cannot stop playing the piano and you see them on the keys, and say, "Oh my God! Now I'm gonna play this particular note, and I'm gonna
Wow.
smash this poor insect." What a disaster! Okay, dear Harit, I want to thank you very much that you are here
Thank
playing
you.
for the Salon de la Musique, and
Thank you
I
to
would like
Francesco to give me the big opportunity to me.
thanks to you, dear Harit. You're a really talented musician, and I would like to thank our dear Alex that is always with us. I would like to thank all our friends of La Salon de la Musique. I want to remind them that it's possible to make a donation for in order to participate to the concert of our dear Harit. You can find the link in the description. In the description, also there are links of our Telegram, our Instagram, our YouTube channel, and also there is the Facebook event. So if you want to find some information about the concert, please click the link below. There is the CV of our dear Harit. The program is going to play if you didn't listen before what is going to play. And if you have some question, you can also write a message to Le Salon de la Musique, and our team will answer you as soon as possible. Dear Harit, thank you very much, and
Thank you too.
to all of us, have a good night.
Good
Goodbye.
night too. Thank you so much.